Dear students, last day we were discussing about the types of chemical bond, and in types of chemical bond we have already discussed about electrovalent bond, ionic bond, second covalent bond, and third one the coordinate bond, which is also known as a dative bond. Actually, it is a type of covalent bond, and I have already told to you this bond formation takes place by donation of lone pair electron. This bond formation takes place by donation of lone pair electrons. For example, if we have taken ammonia NH3 and BF3, NH3 and BF3. If we have taken NH3 ammonia and BF3 boron trifluoride, here NH3 ammonia is electron rich compound and BF3 boron trifluoride is electron deficient compound. This one is the electron rich compound and BF3 is electron sufficient compound. Now, electron rich compound is electron donor, and electron deficient compound is electron acceptor. In this way, nitrogen of ammonia donated one lone pair electron to the boron of BF3, and in between nitrogen and boron coordinate bond will form. Now here what happened, S3 and one lone pair and BF, this one is the BF3. So this one lone pair transferred to the boron of BF3, and in this way, in between nitrogen and boron of BF3, coordinate bond will form. According to Lewis acid base concept, a species which have a capacity to donate lone pair electron is known as a Lewis base, and compounds which have a capacity to accept lone pair electron work as a Lewis acid. Electron sufficient species are Lewis base and electron deficient species are Lewis acid. Now here electron sufficient species ammonia is Lewis, it is a Lewis base, and the BF3 electron deficient is Lewis acid, Lewis base, and this one is the Lewis acid. In this way, if we have taken another compounds, like if carbon dioxide is taken, so in carbon dioxide, in what way coordinate linkage will form? So C carbon have a 4 valence electron, oxygen 2 to 4 to 6. So here 2 electrons shared by carbon and oxygen, and one lone pair electron is donated to the carbon, and in this way carbon also complete its octet 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. Now C double bond O and one coordinate linkage, this one coordinate linkage. Similarly, if we have taken H2SO4, so in H2SO4, in what way coordinate linkage will form? In H2SO4, sulfur is taken 1, 2, 3, 4. In sulfur, 6 valence electrons are present. 6 valence electrons are present in sulfur. Now, what happened? 2 is here, 2, 4, and 5, 6. Now, one electron of this oxygen and 1 electron of this oxygen shared with 1 electron of sulfur. In this way, 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 5, 1, 6, which shared with hydrogen, and here also 2 to 4, 5, 1, 6 shared with hydrogen, and 2 oxygen atoms are capable to form coordinate linkage. This one lone pair transferred to this oxygen, 2 to 4 to 6. Now here also 2 to 4 to 6. So this structure will OOH, OOH, one coordinate linkage here and one coordinate linkage here. This one the structure of H2SO4. Here in between 2 oxygen atom coordinate linkage is formed. Now this one is the Lewis dot structure, and this one the structural formula of H2SO4. Now another compound, if HNO3 is taken, nitric acid is taken. If nitric acid is taken, another compound, nitric acid is taken. Nitric acid, formula of nitric acid is HNO3. Formula of nitric acid is HNO3. If we draw Lewis dot structure of HNO3, then nitrogen have a 5 valence electrons. So 2, 3, 4, and 1, 5. Now what happened? Oxygen 2 to 4 to 6. Now 1 oxygen is connected with, now in HNO3, one oxygen, so coordinate linkage with oxygen atom, and another oxygen atom like this one form sharing of 1 electron, 2 to 4, 5, and 1 electron shared with hydrogen. Now 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, here 2 to 4, and 1 oxygen atom form double covalent bond. 2 electrons shared with other oxygen atom. This one. Now 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. Here also 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. So this one is the Lewis dot structure, and a structural formula is an coordinate linkage, and here double bond O, single bond O, and 1 single bond H. This one is the structural formula of HNO3. Now, dear students, we will discuss about the polar character in covalent compounds. Polar character in covalent compounds. Polar character in covalent compounds. We know that covalent compounds are formed due to sharing of electron, and if in between two atom difference of electronegativity is 0, then they are capable for formation of covalent compound. But if difference of electronegativity between two atom is high, then in such type of compounds ionic character is arise. Means कि one atom bear partial positive charge and another atom bear partial negative charge, and in this way, in that compound polarity is arise, and that compound is capable to form dipole moment. For example, if we have taken HCl, hydrochloric acid, if we have taken HCl hydrochloric acid, then what happen? In between hydrogen and chlorine, what happen? Here electronegativity of chlorine is high, this one is the negative, and hydrogen is have a positive charge. Then here polarities arise because difference of electronegativity between hydrogen and chlorine is high. That's why shared paired electrons shifted towards chlorine, and in this way hydrogen bear partial positive and chlorine bear partial negative charge. So such type of compounds are polar compounds. If we have taken ammonia, so we already know that ammonia have a pyramidal structure like this. It has a pyramidal structure. In ammonia, nitrogen have a one lone pair electron. Here, a difference of electronegativity between nitrogen and hydrogen is high. Nitrogen is more electronegative than hydrogen. That's why it bear partial negative charge, and each hydrogen bear partial positive charge. Here also polarities arise. So such type of compounds have a polar character. In between these atoms, covalent bond is formed, but due to high difference of electronegativity, shared paired electrons shifted towards one side, and in this way, this atom bear partial negative charge and this atom bear partial positive charge. Now, we will discuss one more important thing, that is dipole moment. Which is a best application of polar character in covalent compound. Dipole moment. We will discuss about dipole moment. If in any covalent compound polarities arise, then that compound is capable to show formation of dipole moment. If two charges are taken in which one is positive and another is negative, and difference between two charges is d, then magnitude of dipole moment is equal to the quantity of one charge multiplied by separation between two charges. For example, if two charges taken like Q1 and Q2, this one is the minus, this one is the Q1 and this one is the Q2. Difference between two charges is D. Then what happened? If this one is the midpoint, Difference between two charges is d. Then what happened? Dipole moment mu is equal to q into d. Mu is equal to q into d. Magnitude of dipole moment mu is equal to q into d. Hence, we can say that the dipole moment is equal to the magnitude of one charge multiplied by separation between two charges. Unit of dipole moment is debye, because dipole moment was discovered by Debye, a name of scientist. Hence, unit of dipole moment is debye, which is represented with help of small d. And the direction of dipole moment is from positive to negative. Direction of dipole moment is from positive to negative. For example, if HCl is taken, so chlorine bear partial negative charge and hydrogen bear partial positive charge. So direction of dipole moment is from hydrogen to chlorine. Direction of dipole moment is from positive to negative charge. Now there are different compounds are observed in which different types of dipole moments are arise. For example, if H2 is taken, if water molecule is taken, H2 is polar compound because it has an inverted V-shaped structure like this, H. Here oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. That's why oxygen bear negative charge and hydrogen bear positive charge. This hydrogen also bear positive charge. Here direction of dipole moment is from positive to negative. Here also from positive to negative. And in this way, net dipole moment is directed towards this side. Hence, mu naught is equal to 0. Here, mu naught is equal to 0. If NH3 is taken, if ammonia is taken, then what happens? If NH3 is taken, ammonia is taken, then ammonia have a pyramidal structure, one lone pair, this H, and this H. Now, this one is the negative charge and the hydrogen is positive charge, then what happens? Hydrogen direction of dipole moment is positive to negative, positive. Net direction is towards lone pair electron. That's why it has a high dipole moment. Nitrogen have a high dipole moment. Similarly, if BF3 is taken, then what happens? BF, F, and this one F. Now this one is the positive and this one is negative. This one negative because it is more electronegative. Fluorine is more electronegative. Direction of dipole moment is like this and like this. Similarly, if CCl4 carbon tetrachloride is taken, if carbon tetrachloride is taken, then what happens? We are discussing about dipole moment. dipole moment, which is represented with nu. Now, if CCl4, carbon tetrachloride is taken, formula of carbon tetrachloride is CCl4, then what happens? C, Cl, Cl, Cl and C. Chlorine is more electronegative, more electronegative, more electronegative. Then direction of dipole from positive to negative. This one is the positive and chlorine is negative. Positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative. Here, this structure is symmetrical and each dipole moment cancel to each other. This one, this one, this one and this one. That's why mu is equal to 0. Mu is equal to 0. Net dipole moment is equal to 0. In this compound, net dipole moment is 0. But if CH3Cl is taken, then what happens? If CH3Cl is taken, CH3Cl, methyl chloride, then what happens? H and Cl. Now what happens? Here this one is the positive and this one is the negative. This one is the, here this one is the negative and this one is the positive and this one is also positive. So now here direction of dipole moment is positive to negative. Here positive to negative and positive to negative. Here net dipole moment is not equal to 0. So this one is the about the dipole moment. With help of vector sum, we can also find out value of dipole moment, and one important formula to calculate dipole moment. Nu is equal to under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus twice mu1 into mu2. This one is the important formula to calculate dipole moment with help of vector sum. Mu is equal to under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus twice mu1 mu2.